And welcome to your Midday Sports. We begin with news on athletics. Two-time Olympic 100-meter champion Shelly and Fraser-Pryce was among a number of Jamaican athletes who trained earlier today as they continue to sharpen up for the Olympic Games in Paris. Jordan Fort was there.
Shelly and Fraser-Pryce has not been seen in action since the final of the 100 meters at the National Senior Championships on June 28. The 37-year-old two-time Olympic 100-meter gold medalist pulled out of a World Continental Tour silver meet in Lucerne, Switzerland on July 16, sparking questions about an ongoing knee problem. Fraser-Pryce was seen training with a strapping on her right knee here in Paris today under the guidance of coach Ronaldo Walcott. A number of Walcott's elite track club members were also in training, including 2022 Commonwealth Games champion Rashid Broadbell.
Everything I do, I want to win. You know, if you look at when I'm racing, like most of my races, like if not winning, I'm coming second, or I don't like to lose. So like every time like I race or put myself on the track, it's all about winning for me. Even when I lose, I take a lesson. I don't take it as like a loss and total loss and beat myself down.
Rochelle Clayton, who became the second fastest Jamaican ever over 400-meter hurdles with her 52.51 clocking at the National Championships, says everything is going according to plan.
Well, today is actually my first training session here.
West Indies captain Craig Brathwaite says the team has more than just pride to play for as they look to avoid a whitewash against England in their three-match test series. The Windies go into the third test at Edgbaston on Friday, trailing 2-0 in the series following an innings and a 114-run defeat at Lord's in the opening test and a 241-run loss in the second test at Trent Bridge. But with a home series against South Africa looming, the Caribbean men are committed to ending the England series on a high.
It's a build-up. We have 5 tests remaining for the year. Test championship points still at stake. So we have a lot to play for, and that's my thing to the boys. We still in the test championship running, and obviously we're looking for points as well. It's all about fighting, and I think once we continue to create that kind of attitude around this test team, there will be growth, and that's what we're after.
West Indies fast bowler Shamar Joseph is a doubt for Friday's third test against England at Edgbaston after displaying flu-like symptoms. Should Joseph be unavailable, Barbadian Akeem Jordan, who was not part of the West Indies squad, could be in line to make his test debut after replacing the injured Jeremiah Louis. The West Indies will also welcome back Guyanese left-arm spinner Gudakesh Moti to the playing 11 after he recovered from the flu that kept him out of the second test. Moti will replace off-spinner Kevin Sinclair after he was ruled out of Friday's game due to a fractured forearm. Members from Barbados, Aruba and Curacao are expected to arrive in the island today ahead of the 2024 Kazova Under-19 Boys and Girls Volleyball Championships, which will get underway this weekend at GC Foster College. 8 territories, including home team Jamaica, will contend for the regional title on both sides, with action set to commence on Saturday. On the boys' side, Jamaica will play in Pool A alongside Aruba and the U.S. Virgin Islands. Pool B will consist of Suriname, Cayman Islands, Barbados and Trinidad and Tobago. Jamaica will take on Aruba in their opening game on Saturday at 6:30 p.m. On the girls' side, the home team has been drawn alongside T&T and Barbados, with the USVI, Aruba, Curacao and Suriname in Pool B. Jamaica's women will open their campaign on Sunday against Barbados at 7 p.m. After a false start last week, where lawyers representing the Jamaica Anti-Doping Agency failed to show, the independent anti-doping panel hearing for national squash player Julian Morrison is set to go ahead today at 2 p.m. Morrison was provisionally suspended by JADCO in April after testing positive for trace amounts of the banned anabolic substance Baldenone in an out-of-competition test in February 21. Morrison is being represented by Dr. Emir Crown and Matthew Gale, while King's Counsel Ian Wilkinson is the lead attorney for JADCO. Catherine Minto chairs the 3-member independent anti-doping panel. Reigning champions and this season's knockout winners Fraser's Whip will take on Arnett Gardens in the final of the JFF Women's Premier League following the completion of the second leg semis at the UWI Captain Horace Burrell Centre of Excellence on Wednesday. Fraser's Whip stormed into the final with a 23-0 aggregate win over Mile Gully after an 8-0 second leg triumph. Shaniel Buckley and Latoya Duhaney bagged double strikes on the evening. Meanwhile, Arnett Gardens advanced with a 6-3 aggregate win over Cavalier. With a 2-1 lead from the first leg, Arnett were propelled to victory by a double strike from Shaniel Spence. Lydia Hall and Tashika Reed were also on the score sheet for Arnett. Hersha Thomas and Cadian Edwards got the goals for Cavalier. And that's it for your midday sports report. Kerry, it's back to you.
Thanks, Spencer. And that's the Midday News. I'm Kerry-Ann Simpson. Join us at 7 for Primetime News. On behalf of the sports, news and production teams, good afternoon.